Welcome back to another episode of Your Daily Real Estate. Listen, I almost have my voice back. Almost there. All right. Let's get into something good though, because I have a downsizing letter template for you. And I'm not going to go over the letter. If you want the letter, it's something that we use. It's a template. It's something that we use to send out to communities where we think people will downsize and sell their home and move into something smaller somewhere else. And I will go over the structure though, because that structure, let me open up my screen. By the way, I do have this all for you. So if you need it, just reach out to me. I'll gladly send this over to you. And this is broken into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sections. And it's one page. But here are the sections. And I've been building out letters for a long time, and I use psychology behind this. I'm like, I had to break this down and say, what can I put in the letter that could really attract the person that's reading it and want them to reach out to me? And also think of this in a way that I'm creating messaging that's sincere, that's not audacious, over the top. It's marketing, but it's humble, right? And I'm always looking to see how I can do a better job. So here it is. This episode is brought to you by abrillianttribe.com. By the way, we're having a sale this coming week. The yearly price is crazy inexpensive. We've never done this price before, and it's only for the yearly price. So if you're interested, just message me on Instagram, or you can wait for the email. It goes out Monday. Here we go. Components of the letter. You've got hook, story, understanding, proof, easy, next step, and vision. So here's what the opening hook does. The opening hook opens up with a relatable question. And you'll see it if you get the letter. I want you, when you're thinking of creating letters, to think of it like social media. What's the hook? And usually it's a quick question. Like, are you going through this? Are you going through that? Have you ever suffered through this? Have you ever think of those commercials, right? Now, I quickly establish local expertise by going into number 2, which is story section. I tell them a story, and it's a real story. So, if you don't have one, maybe don't use a story for sure, but maybe see if you can create a letter to an area where you actually do have a story. And usually it's easier if you've sold a home there, like you just sold it, then it's a great idea to get that story. Anyway, opening hook, story section. I use real first names with permission, specific challenges they overcame, like what were the challenges, right? And then I switch over to some pain points and some empathy, saying, hey, are you going through the same thing? Or, maybe you're going through something similar. I found that some of my clients are, and I understand. Look, we help out people that go through this often. And think of it along the lines of what the letter is about. This one's downsizing, right? Downsizing can mean a lot of things. It can mean, your family now has gotten smaller, or maybe you just can't take care of the home. It's too big. Or maybe you have a 2-story and it's too much for you going up and down. Right. Lots of things here. Next, I have social. And in the social proof, I put specific number of local successes. I say, hey, look, we've helped out this many people in the area and in this many years. And it's less specific than the other one, which was the story. This one's more generalized and then goes into a quick call to action. Like, by the way, let's meet up, or call me, or a casual meeting, right? And the key to this is to connect with them and give them an opportunity for them to reach out. Super easy. And I do it again in the closing. The closing is something that's like a forward-looking statement. Like, I look forward to helping you out, or here's to writing your next chapter, which is how this letter ends. And then I have my signature, and I do not put a PS. I don't put anything at the end. It's really simple. And the psychology behind this one is the story is really key. So I put here narrative transportation. It's memorable, filled with facts. I have social proof, right? Because I give local examples. And then I have reciprocity. I'm like, hey, look, I just want to help you out, see where you're at. Call me, or let's have coffee. I put that at the end. Oh, I'm always in the same coffee area. I'm always at Ragamuffin locally, right? So they can just meet me there on Saturday. Then I have a pattern interrupt, and then I have the authority piece, but with humility. Anyway, if you need this letter, I took some time over the years in building this out. Gladly will send it over to you. I just want you to start thinking of letters a different way. Start thinking of these letters as more of connecting with people through psychology. It's not just about writing a letter. It's about having the right components to a letter, starting with a hook and telling a story, and then ending with a great call to action. At least get those things. Anyway, have an awesome day. We'll talk again.